40D, already know it's me, so what you asking for? Shorty bad and I just bought a bag and I ain't asking for it. She just bragging, I just send a jet to made back out the port. We be fly, we be cashing out, come keep me company. Shorty bad, so I'm a good. Got diamonds on her teeth, treat her good, she know I'm a boss, I'ma keep it P. Brody told, you just pick a side, get her right straight. Feel the pressure when it come, with my heart on my sleeve. I can never ever fold, mama praying for a G. Gotta get it, gotta go, gotta grind to a B. If I want it, I'ma get it, cause the pressure on me.
Let's go.
Pick a side and go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Pick a side and go. Pick a side, yeah, yeah. Pick a side and go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Pick a side and go. Pick a side and go. This is the Daily Drops of Dexter Dewayne. I am Dexter Dewayne. Let's get into it. There's a story about two guys that had the task of chopping logs with an axe. And one guy, he took his axe and he just started hammering away, just log after log after log, while the other guy, he would hammer for a little bit and then he would take a break, and then he would hammer for a little bit more, chop a little bit more, take a break, chop a little bit more, take a break. So after the time is allotted, guy number one, the guy that was just chopping away, finds out that he loses to guy number two. So guy number one goes to guy number two, and he's like, man, I haven't stopped chopping. How do I lose to a guy that's been taking all these breaks? And guy number two goes to guy number one and says, yo, all those times I was taking breaks, I spent them sharpening my axe. Today I wanted to talk about the power of patience and how it can really affect your long-term growth. I have a PDF file. It's a book. It's called The Burnout Protocol. I don't think it's on sale right now. I'm pretty sure there's a link somewhere where it exists. If you want it, just DM me on Instagram at DexterDewayne5. But in the Burnout Protocol, the main reason why I wrote this book is because I personally, along with people I've worked with and people around me, people I've seen, find themselves in a position of desperation. And desperation will sometimes lead people to burnout because they feel like if they stop working, then in whatever way you want to frame it, they'll lose. They'll lose out on an opportunity, they'll lose a paycheck, whatever it is. They feel like if they stop, that means that they're going to get put behind. And in my own life, I've found that if I burn out, I'm going to get set behind anyway. There's an old saying, if you don't make time for rest, your body will make time for you. So you keep going and going and going and going and going. But the reality of the situation is your body, your mind, and your spirit only have a certain amount. It only has a certain duration of time before it says we need to stop. And you have to be kind to yourself, and you have to tell yourself, hey, I'm going to stop here. You have to have the discipline to say, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to give myself this break. I'm going to give myself this time to say, I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to sharpen the axe, and then I'm going to get back to it. One of my favorite exercises is sprint training. So if you're unfamiliar with sprint training, you're basically running and going into the practical. There's an app, and I'm not sponsored or anything, but there's this app that I use. It's called the Adidas running app. And you can pick whatever race you want to prepare for, 5K, 10K, even if you're just a beginner that wants to go from walking to running. You can pick a plan and it will give you a certain duration of weeks. You can pick the days, etc., anyways, right? So when you start training with this plan, what they end up throwing you in is sprint training. So you walk for about 5 minutes, give or take, depending on the plan. And then you can find yourself running as fast as you can for about a minute. Or you're running at a comfortable pace for about a minute. And then the next minute, you're walking. And then you're running again for about another minute. And then you walk for a minute. And then you run for a minute. And you basically repeat that until the session is over. And then you end it with like another 5-minute walk when you're getting started. Now, there have been moments where I was in that sprint training and I'm running for about a minute. And I get to the walking part and I'm like, you know what? I feel like I can run a little bit more. I was like, I don't need to walk. I can run. I tried that the first time. And I tell you, by the time I started getting to the end, hey, it's time to run again. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I want to walk. But the run at the end ended up getting harder because I didn't take the breaks in the beginning and I learned my lesson. You can endure a lot more for a lot longer if you schedule your breaks. Even more practical, and this is a lesson I've learned as well. You remember back in school, you would have your fall break, you have your winter break, you have spring break, you have summer vacation. All of your breaks were scheduled. So when it was time to go back to school, you're locking in, you're going to school. And then when you're taking your break, hey, we're taking a break. And then we come back, right? So when we become adults and you go into the working world, you generate this thing called PTO, which is paid time off. In some cases, depending on your job, you generate PTO. So there are certain people who will do certain things with their PTO. For me, I just work, and just collect all my PTO. There are other people who schedule maybe a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks off every so often in advance. So they work real hard, and then once this week comes, or once a certain month comes, you don't hear from them. And then they come back and they're a little bit better. Guess who's more productive? The person that doesn't take any days off, or the person that is scheduling their time off? Who's in a better mood? Say that. I promise you it's not me. I promise you it's not me. I promise you there are people that are in way better moods because they take the time that they need to be like, hey, I'm not going to be seen or heard from for 1 or 2 weeks. And then when I come back, we get into work. Versus the person that is there every single day. And again, results may vary and the context really matters too. Because if you love what you do, obviously you just show up every day for the fun of it. Like that's that's a different conversation for another day. Those people who just absolutely love what they do, they will never be outworked because what they do is fun for them. But I would say for normal situations, for your normal job, for your normal disciplines, schedule those breaks, schedule that time to put aside to take care of yourself so you can come back stronger, right? You can come back stronger, you can come back faster, you come back better. You have that recovery period, and that recovery period will allow you to endure for a lot longer than you think you could. That's all I got out here.